humans from all over the world, welcome to Grad 2021. Here we are at Shawnigan Lake School for the very first virtual live stream Grad, and our grads look amazing. We can feel the excitement, can't we?
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement in the air. The kids have been looking forward to this for weeks. They've been getting ready all day. The kitchen staff's excited, the staff are excited, and it's made doubly exciting this year because it's probably the best grad class that Shawnigan Lake School has ever had.
I agree. The best class to grace this campus.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking through the list of the kids' names just to getting prepared for tonight, and some of the talent on there just jumped off the group. If you start Joe Tanaka Campbell, like on Rio, that kid, amazing hockey player, great athlete.
Sam. Yeah.
Oh, well, but I also saw Jimmy Adamola. That kid is unreal. I love watching him play sports. He's so funny and Jimmy. Oh, she has a nice backpack, I think. But one name that jumped off the page: Avery Champion, athlete, scholar, friend to everybody. Like so amazing. Head champion. Okay. Well, one name that I saw could save the whole thing. This kid is unreal. Gabe Dyer. He is smart, funny. Everyone in Montreal loves him. He's so creative, talented, tall. Everyone loves him. But Abby Dyer? Oh boy. Well, I'm sure tonight will be fine anyway. I mean, I heard that the food is really good.
And on that note, let's welcome the grads. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Hi.
Mama.
Mom and Dad.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hi. Shoo.
Be this cable running to here. It's okay that we can just put it together.
Alright, watch it. Say hi. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hi. Hi. Audio only. Okay. Hey. Hi, Mom and Dad. Am I? So I'm just. I'll walk slow.
Thank you.
Say hi to Mom.
I'm live with that clip right now.
Hi, AJ.
Alright, I'm lining up the shots for you right now. Okay. Okay.
around the school random pictures of Damon, especially in Christmas trees.
And Owen Wheatley, he is a defensive player in hockey, but he calls himself a fourth forward. He is going to Weiwei Sikapu next year to play hockey.
Say that 5 times fast.
Lexi is coming down now, deputy head of house in Renfrew. She is an amazing rower and wants to continue that at the University of Cal San Diego.
And walking with Liam Mays, of the fame of being one of the first 3 grads of the Shawnigan Lake Preschool. So he started at the Shawnigan Preschool and is now graduating here today.
And here comes Allie, and this might be the only grad whose birthday it is today. Happy birthday, Allie. She's been the captain of our hockey team all year, and just an amazing player, amazing leader, amazing person. Hi, Allie.
And walking with Ripley's, and he said his favorite class is Mandarin simply because it's the best.
Here comes Mimi and Tenzin. Mimi was in my Spanish class, and she did a lot of announcements at lunch. She talked about St. Patrick's Day. She ran that whole thing. She has a great story about a golf cart and some milkshakes. She's off to California, Irvine.
Way, and she will always remember.
U of Calgary next year for Rowan. His favorite class, he says, is English because Miss Atkins.
And he's walking with Caden, who's also off to the university. See each other there again.
Ruben is one of the other 3 preschool graduates who are now graduating from Shawnigan Lake School. He has had an incredible year. Music has really turned things for him. He loves music. He played in chapel in front of the whole school. Going to Dal next.
Seen around the school laughing, smiling, and her friends say that that's just the spirit.
We also had a survey of the grade 12s. Which grade 12 would you like to be the most? And Ruben was the hands down winner. Here comes Megan. She really loved Mr. Russivo. She said he always taught her how to be always happy. She is going to UVic next year.
And Megan is walking with Erin Oldfield from Renfrew. Look at these dresses. Oh my goodness.
Year played for Rugby Canada, and that's a heck of a double. Caitlin Jenner has the ultimate double. She won the men's decathlon, Olympic gold medal, and Vogue's Woman of the Year. But Tom is an amazing scholarship winner to Cardiff.
And Tom is walking with Stephanie Gilmore, who's off to Queen's University, and she wanted to give a shout out to Mrs. McLeod, who's always been her rock.
Here comes Henry. Oh, I love little Henry when he was in grade 8 and 9. Long red hair flowing. He still has red hair, not flowing anymore. Great kid. Deputy head of house in Duxbury. In 10 years, he sees himself working at Brentwood. He is going to UVic next year.
And he's walking with Renee Hogarth-Rosmus, who's going to Carleton University, head of house. And of course, we remember Renee from the amazing airband performance.
Henry just told me that I'm his favorite teacher ever.
I heard that.
Yeah. I made that up. Here is Torben. Deputy head of house. He loves LeBron, even though Michael Jordan is better. His favorite class was Mr. Wilkie Calculus. He's going to Western next year. Looking great, Torben.
And Torben's walking with Hayden Isherwood, who's also off to Western University of Lakes. And of course, he's known for just basketball.
3 incredible Lonsdale's boys coming down right now. First is Sam. Sam has a heart of gold. One of his housemates in the survey commented that even though he hides it well, he is a very kind person. He loves to take his shirt off.
He's walking with Quinn Ransom, who's off to Dalhousie University, deputy head of house. And his quote was, "I can't sing in chapel, but I can sing in Marion."
And Mac Ratzlaff going off to play hockey next year for Cowichan. He was the head of house in Lonsdale, school prefect. Great, great kid. Shawnigan should be proud of Mac. Here's Eric. Eric is going to Pepperdine. It's a small private school, and he wants to go there because he wants to take pre-med courses. He wants to be a pharmacist or a dentist. Shout out to Shawnigan Science Department.
He's walking with who's off to Her favorite class is physical geography because she loves Mrs. Grass. Who doesn't love Miss Grass?
Everyone loves
We
Miss
love
Grass.
Miss Grass.
Here comes Christian Shuey. Played hockey. It was a school and house prefect, going to UVic next year, but will be remembered for his unbelievably scary performance in Airband.
He's walking with Cadence Johnson, who's off to the University of Victoria. And we remember her from grade 8 in Groves, living with Jerry and Ketch, and I can't believe that now they're graduating.
Yeah, here come 3 more. Amia Renfrew, going to Camosun next year. Great hockey player. Her favorite memory is any of the hockey trips, especially the one where we went to Winnipeg, between van rides and blasting music, late night dinners, and a massive win. It was the best trip she's ever been on.
And she's walking with Maddie Johnson, who's off to the University of British Columbia. And I like her advice for current students. Remember, happy roommate, happy life.
Emma is also there, going to UVic next year. She walked into the ocean up over her head last March for an amazing video. Here come 3 more. Kate Sanderson. She did 2 years in Groves and then switched and found her true home in Strath. She's done so well, going to Western next year.
She's walking with Kylie Joy, who's also off to Western University and also from Strathcona. And, it's with Kylie, it's always a joy.
Oh, good one. And Sohail. Sohail has a great quote for us. Never follow anyone else's path. Unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path, then by all means, follow that path. Great advice, Sohail. Here come Paige and Aaron. Paige is from Winnipeg. Her parents gave me a lovely toque the other day. Well, Paige did, from her parents. Thank you very much. Very kind. And we say hi to shout out to Marjorie. She's going to Queens next year.
Paige is walking with Aaron Kaner from Lakes. Aaron's known for being an incredible hockey goalie. They say he can stop anything.
Here come 2 very talented students. Kate and Ketch. Kate is going to the University of St. Andrews next year. An incredible writer. She wrote a ridiculously good slam poem this year. Very good writer.
And my advisee, Miss Anna Ketch, who's off to McGill University. She's a school prefect, and it was just fabulous listening to her AP research the other day about personality testing.
Here comes Isla with a nice strut. Very confident. Very fitting that she would come down alone. She likes to do things her own way. Isla's been someone you'll never forget if you meet.
Working it.
Yeah, she's looking great. She loves weightlifting. Very talented kid from Strathcona. She's going to Camosun next year. Here comes Jack. Jack dresses like he's a model for GQ. He's most likely to win MasterChef and run a high-end restaurant. She's going to start off, though, in Queens next year.
And he's walking with Beth Charteau, who's off to the University of Plymouth. She's from Strathcona, and she's known with her friends as having great spirit.
Here comes Jesse and Joycey. My first year teaching these guys was in grade 9. I think there were 5 students whose name started with J. And so it was hard to figure out who was who. But I figured it out. Now they're the greatest kids. Jesse's going to the Ontario College of Art and Design next year. She's from Strath. She's a great artist and a friend to everyone.
And Joycey Wu is also a great artist and also a great friend. And recently, for Soul Seeking, partnered to create a non-profit fundraising campaign in support of Plan International Canada. And they raised quite a bit of money for that charity.
They did.
We also note that she loves Oreos.
Awesome. Here comes Saya. I don't know if they're in camera yet, but Saya, we also made fun of at the beginning, of course. He's an amazing kid, school prefect. Going to play hockey next year for Vernon before he goes to Yale in a couple of years. His favorite class was math because of Mr. Venables. His favorite quote is, "Class is over, cheerio, goodbye," from Doc T. And in 10 years, he sees himself playing in the Chell.
And Saya's walking with Amanda Mason, who's off to Western University. Amanda's from Strathcona, and her HD describes her as sugar and spice and all things nice. And then her HD said, "Oh yeah, and she has fish."
Awesome. Here comes Mace, also known as Noelle. I guess it could be Noelle, also known as Mace. But she is from Kay's house. She's a great big sister to her biological sister, but she's also a great big sister to all the girls on the team. Great leader, great solid defensive partner to our captain, Allison.
And she's walking with Marshall McDonald, who's off to Arizona State University. And Marshall is from Copeman's. and he's playing hockey. And I said he's looking forward to spending time this summer at their place on the lake.
So this year was a very traumatic year for so many people. We were locked down. Everything changed. The way we lived changed, and I think it was all because Maddock got his haircut.
Definitely.
He's from Duxbury, just a legend in the school. Great guitar player. Off next year to UVic.
And he's walking with B. McIntosh, who's off to the University of Victoria. B's from Strathcona, and she won a soul-seeking honorarium for her work in soul-seeking. And when asked what animal she would be, she said she would be a butterfly. And
here's Craig, our co-head of school, deputy head of house from Ripley's. He's taking a year off next year, but look at that white suit. Wow, Craig, incredible. Nice,
so
bold
great.
choice.
And he's walking with Mackenzie Riggin, who's off to Dalhousie University from Groves. And everybody knows Mackenzie is warm and loving, but she also wanted to note that she loves ducks. And there she goes, good. They look incredible.
Here comes Chelsea. She is a school prefect, head of house in Strathcona. She's an amazing talent, sings with McKinley quite often, great guitar player, songwriter, singer, going to UBC next year.
And she's walking with Dominic Pelosi from Coatman's, who's off to the University College London, deputy head of house, also of Stag Report fame. He noted that his favorite class is Psych with the Rev, because obviously, and I know that one day we will see him on Air Force One. His advice for the future grads, trust the process.
Reddle.
And here comes another solo act, Alex Reddle. I figure he's walking solo because he's very tall and fills up the whole red carpet. He said that if he were to be any animal, he would be a bear because they're big, strong, and they possess the ability to destroy anything in the path with sheer force of will.
Here's Alex. And Henry did things his own way his whole career here and finished up so strong. Remember in grade 10, he gave a very powerful speech in chapel. He's off to North Island College next year.
He's walking with Alex Roxon, who's off to the University of Victoria. And his favorite memory is going to robotics tournaments, and his favorite class is AP Calculus AB.
Here comes Turco, my advisee. She's going to Acadia next year to join her friend Izzy. She's from Renfrew, amazing hockey player. You never knew what you were going to get with Turco in terms of happy or sad, but mostly happy. Her favorite quote was HP. It's all in the pull-ups. I have a feeling Turco had many quotes she could have said, though.
And she's walking with Finn Rourke, who's off to Huron University College at Western from Duxbury. He's school and house prefect, also of Stag Report fame. And in 10 years, he says, hopefully he'll be somewhere with a roof over his head and a belly full of supplements.
Here's Jasmine, the third of our preschool grads who are now graduating from Shawnigan. She's going to Dalhousie next year. She's from Strathcona, school prefect, deputy at a house, amazing rower. I saw her doing the warm-up for all the rowers and just so inspiring. She was a star in the Inner House Air Band. Just too much to say about Jasmine.
And she's walking with Brian Smith, who's off to McGill University. He's from Lakes, deputy head of house, and recently he fought the Rev with a lightsaber. You don't do that lately.
He did, and I think he won. He might have lost. I can't remember. Here comes Sam from Ripley. He's going to UVic next year. Great film editor. Oh, there he is. He edited the video for MCB's advisor group, did a great job of matching the beat with everyone's lip syncing, and his group won because of Sam. His favorite memory was winning the esports this year.
He's walking with my advisee, Nicole Zhang, who's off to the University of California, Irvine. She's from Groves. She loves food, she loves doing the musical, and she loves to dance. And our solo artist, Rintaro, who is known for his song in chapel with Gary Ducalo. They absolutely moved the entire chapel. It's one of those things that you'll never forget. We miss the chapel. And Rintaro is from Duxbury.
Next we have Hi and Jenny. Hi's from Ripley's. He is a self-taught pianist and the best unofficial dermatologist in the school. That was his soul-seeking project, and he learned a lot about it and apparently is quite skilled now. He is going to the University of Saskatchewan.
And he's walking with Jenny Zhu, who's off to the University of British Columbia with a significant scholarship. Jenny is a school prefect, and she wanted to give a shout out to her time when she was working in Stanton. She absolutely loved working there and loved working.
Come Paige from Kay's house. Her sister Colby, I think, might be watching. If she is, hello. She is going to Dalhousie next year. Her plans, she says, are hopefully pursuing a career that involves working with children, and if not, probably somewhere in Australia.
And she's walking with Cindy Wang, who's off to Northeastern University. Cindy's from Kay's, and for her soul seeking, she did pretty much everybody's nails in the school. She had her own salon. It was incredibly popular.
Leo.
And on the red carpet right now, we have Leo. Leo's off to the University of Victoria. Leo's from Ripley's, and he said his best class was entrepreneurship because Mr. Duclos is the absolute best.
Fiona. Here comes Fiona. She is in my grade 11 class this year, and what a talent. Oh my. She can draw, create digital stories. She can do anything. She is a very, very, very talented kid. She is probably one of the best English students I've ever had the pleasure of teaching.
She's walking with another huge talent, Hikari, and Hikari's from Groves, and her claim to fame is that Miss Russell and Miss Atkins can't tackle her. She's so low to the ground, and she's built of a solid muscle, and it's impossible to take her down. She'll be playing rugby next year. An absolute legend.
And it looks like we have our final grad coming down, Jolynn.
With a beautiful tiara.
Of course, as a princess, she would wear a tiara. And of course, as a princess, she would go slightly out of order and go last to bring it home. She is a grade 12 from, grade 12 obviously, from Renfrew. And she created a nonprofit fundraising campaign this year with Joycey that we heard about earlier. Great, great cause. Great, great student. She's been spending the last week packing up her Halloween costumes into 2 or 3 bags. They want us to redo the opening.
No, we still got some announcements. They're gonna come to you soon.
Oh, jeez. I almost wiped. Go.
Well, that concludes the first virtual live stream Shawnigan Lake School grad. Congratulations to the grads of 2021.
I just wanted to tell a little story. A night like this makes all of the teachers reminded why they got into teaching. And my parents both were teachers, and my dad taught for over 30 years. And when I decided to get into teaching, he said, I could give you so much advice about many of the different things I've learned over my years of experience, but I'll only give you one thing, which is probably the most important thing I learned as a teacher, and that advice that he gave me was never give up on any student.
And as we've been watching all of these students go by on the red carpet, we as teachers feel exactly that. We never give up on them, and they never give up going forward. We wish them all the best, and congratulations again to the grads of 2021.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Danny, do you want to do the opening again, you said?